Hello and welcome back to my channel, Reclaiming Jen, where moms can take a break from the busy mom life and focus on their own needs, wants, and goals. In this video, I am going to talk about your first class and what I wish I would have known in my first class. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I have my website finally launched. Woohoo! It's been a long time coming, but I do have my website ready. My website is up. It's called reclaimingjen.com. And you can go to my website and scroll down a little bit and you will find my free mock classified insider's guide to passing your mock class. Inside this document, you will find the feedback from 3 of my referrals. 3 of my referrals have generously given me permission to share their feedback from their SMART demo and their mock class. So some of them passed with flying colors, but there is feedback from someone who didn't pass the mock class right away and they had to try again. So if you're interested in checking out that, go to my website, reclaimingjen.com, and look for the mock classified insider's guide. Input your email and your name, and I will send that to you right away. If you aren't sure what the mock class mentors are looking for, this mock classified insider's guide is going to give you the inside scoop. So check that out. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell, and you'll know when I drop my new content every week. Here's what I want you to know for your first class. Okay, so you've got your first booking and you can click on the materials and see the slides. So you can check those out right away and start planning the props that you want to use. What you don't want to do is over plan, okay? You're going to read through the slides, you're going to read the tips at the bottom of each slide. It's going to tell you what the objective is for that particular slide. So check that out, think about what kind of props you can use for that slide. Maybe you need your whiteboard, maybe you need your Apple or your flashcard. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do when you get to check out the materials right when you get that booking. Now keep in mind, sometimes your first booking is going to get canceled. Wah, wah. It's okay. So don't overplan because it can happen. It did happen to me. My first booking got canceled, okay? So check out the slides, plan what you want to do during your lesson, but don't overplan. The lesson goes by quickly, so you don't need too many props. Pick out 3 or 4 things that you'd like to use during the class and have them ready. I also recommend an easy reward, okay? Something like this. You get an emoji, okay? Emoji and stars. So you've prepared for your class, you are up early and you're nervous, and you're gonna go into the teacher portal, into the app, and click on the classroom and head on in. Now, 10 minutes before the class, you can go in and check your computer settings, like your camera. Make sure your camera's installed right and the audio is working. You can test all of that. Don't click the start button yet, okay? Now, I know you'll log in, and a lot of the times the student will already be there. Don't start early. A couple of times I was like, oh, they're waiting for me, I'll just click start and then I'll chit chat with them. No, don't do that, okay? You are required to start the class on time. So I usually start it at the 10-second mark, but you can do it sooner. Even if you want to click on in 30 seconds on your first couple of classes, you can do that. Okay, you've heard it before. Number 3 is pacing. For your lesson, you want to try and hit 1 minute per slide. If you're doing a major course, these are usually 26 or 27 slides long, so you want to do 1 minute per slide, give or take, and keep your eye on the clock, okay? If you're a seasoned teacher, you know that pacing is important for your lessons, so this is the same here. Just keep an eye on the clock. Now, if your first class is a unit assessment, a UA, then you might go, there are 50 slides for this lesson. Do not panic. Okay, the unit assessments often have many slides, but they're just filler slides or title slides. So it might say level 1. So you just click by it. Then it's going to ask you, the student, do you want to be Meg or do you want to be Mike? And then they'll answer the question and you click through. And then one shows the map. Okay, let's go. Click it again. Okay, so these are filler slides. They are quick, so do not panic when you see that there are more than 27 slides. Okay, another thing before you're opening up that camera, keep in mind that mom and dad are usually close by. Mom and dad can sit near the student during class. They can sit on camera. They don't usually sit on camera, but they can. So keep in mind that mom and dad are always nearby. If they are not even home, they can be watching on their mobile device live. They can watch the class recording after the fact. And I've heard from other people that they have seen the class being broadcast on the family's TV for everyone else to watch while the student is taking the course. So, bearing in mind you want to be professional at all times and do your best and know that you may have an audience, so you want to really rock your first class, okay? When you turn on that camera, remember that you want to be professional. Have a drink before you turn on the camera. I recommend not drinking during class, but if you need to wet your whistle, then you can. But don't be drinking your coffee or your water during the class time. Oh yeah, just a reminder to act accordingly when the camera is on. Everybody's watching. Okay, the next one is IT issues. So you've turned on your camera, you've greeted your student, you're smiling, and you find that the connection is not optimal. Or you can't see the student, or the student has clicked the button that they can't see or hear you. This is an IT issue. So before you call the fireman is the IT crew that helps us when we're teaching. You can try some things before you call for help, okay? And on the top right, there is the option to refresh. So you'll just tell your student, one moment, I'm going to refresh, and click that refresh button. So hopefully that will help. If that does not help, then the next thing you want to do is try and switch the lines. So there's a button on the top right hand side near the refresh button that says switch lines. So if you're on line 4, then you can switch to line 5. Try that. If line 5 doesn't work and it's not helping, try line 8 one more time. And you also want to keep an eye on your ping, okay? I know ping, you might not know what that is if you're a new teacher, but it is the rate, it is how fast information is traveling from your computer to their computer, okay? You want a low ping number. Anything under 100 is good. If it's getting up past 100, then something's not going right with your connection. Maybe your internet is failing. If it's going upwards to 1,000, that means you've lost your internet connection. So keep an eye on that. Usually a good ping is around 30 something. That's what mine usually is. So you'll want to keep that nice and green, not yellow and not orange and not red. Okay, and if all else fails, click that fireman button and try and do your best to teach while you're waiting for the fireman. The line may switch while you're in the middle of trying to teach. That's the fireman trying to help you. Okay. All right, so you're in class and you're giving out your rewards, your emojis, or your dogs. You want to make sure you have a simple reward when you're starting out, okay? You can get into stars to apples, the digital rewards. You can get into different reward systems when you're comfortable teaching. Right now, when you're starting out, just slap something cute and exciting up for them for your first few classes. And when you're giving out your secondary reward, don't forget to give out the digital stars in the classroom portal, okay? These are like our tokens. If you haven't seen my Hutong video yet, there's a video about how to earn tokens in the Hutong so that you can earn a dino, a free dino or a t-shirt or other things from the token shop from VIPKid. You earn your tokens, the kids earn stars, okay? So they can use their stars to buy things in the star store. I don't know if that's what it's called. You get what I'm saying. So give them those stars. I have never not given all 5 stars. If you check out my other video about behaviors in the online classroom, you can see that I use the stars to attract the students' attention. If they are distracted by something, I will give them a star, and they'll hear that ding, ling, 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 and they will, whoa, what happened? What did I get a star for? Well, they got a star because I needed their attention back here at the screen. So I use the stars to reward. I use the stars to bring their attention back. 5 stars. I always give 5 stars. Okay? Okay, next. You started your classroom. You're ready to teach your first class. Your student is not here. What do? Ah! Okay, so this is what happens when you don't have a student show up. First of all, you stay. Okay? And you wait. If you are in a major course or a supplemental course or anything that's not a trial, you must stay until 25 minutes. You must stay for 25 minutes, the entire class. You must stay if you want to get paid. Okay? So that's for all classes except for a trial. If you are teaching a trial for your first class, you have to stay for 15 minutes and wait. Okay? Once the 15 minutes is passed and there is no student, you can click Finish Class. A list will pop up where you can choose. They want to know why. Why are you leaving class early? Scroll down and it will say Trial Class, No Student, No Show. So you want to click on that and Finish Class, and then you can leave and you have 10 minutes until your next class, or you have just completed and got paid for your first Student No Show class. Okay, 25 minutes for the other classes. You want to wait. Do not panic. Many students can show up late, and if your student shows up late, don't panic. Introduce yourself. Build a quick rapport with the student and say, okay, let's go. Okay, if your student is late and you think, oh boy, how am I going to get through all of this lesson? Because your goal is to complete all of the lesson objectives on each slide. All the slide objectives, you want to get those done. Okay, but your student showed up 10 minutes late. What do you do now? So you just want to do the best that you can, finish the slide objective, read the tip, and see what are we trying to do on this slide. And if you think that you need to speed things up, you can do maybe just one example on that slide and move along to the next slide, okay? Now, back to that no-show. If you have a student that does not show up for your first class, then you get paid at the 25-minute mark. You will get paid. I usually give all 5 stars, and then I wave to the camera and I click finish. That's just my own personal choice. Some people take screenshots, some people write in the chat box. I just wave to the camera, click finish, and I give all the 5 stars. I don't know if they actually received the 5 stars, but I figure, they just paid me and they paid for this class, so here's 5 stars. I don't know. That's what I do. Now, one more tip, that when you are in your student no-show, keep an eye on your phone app if you can, because sometimes the student, that's my son screaming at Fortnite. Oh, sometimes the class will get canceled. So sometimes the fireman will come on in the chat box and say, teacher, you can leave now, the class has been canceled. I usually don't leave until I check my phone app and see that it has been finished. Okay, so that will be in the class is canceled window on your teacher phone app, and it will be say finished, okay, and that you will be paid for that almost immediately. If it says finished, it should be in your payment app, the payment portion of your app. So keep an eye out for that while you're waiting for the student, because it can get canceled and maybe you'll sit there for 25 minutes and not know it. So that's my tip for that. Now, you've had an amazing class. Maybe you're sweating and so excited and filled with adrenaline. You're done. You did it. You finished your first VIPKid class. Hooray! Now, don't forget to do your feedback. You need to have your feedback finished within 12 hours. If you don't finish it within 12 hours, you lose half the pay for the class. And if you don't finish your feedback within 24 hours, you get 0 pay. Nobody wants that. So keep an eye out. VIPKid does send reminders for you in your email to get your feedback done. And just a little tip, keep your feedback positive. That sandwich, the sandwich method is always a great one. Positive, what the student did great, what the student can improve on or work on after class, and another positive about the student. And I always like to fill in something individual or something unique that we talked about, or examples that we gave, or how we expanded the lesson. So you can put that in your feedback too. Okay. Lastly, breathe. You've got this. You can do it. It's your first class. You're going to love it. Okay. Don't forget to smile. Have fun and good luck with your first class. Goodbye, and I will see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe if you have not. It helps me build. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit that notification bell. Hear my son playing Fortnite, and I will see you later.